Hey everyone, Kenny Tony coming at you today. We got this quick video for you. So basically, if you're clicking on this channel and you're taking a look at this, you know we got some progress and we got an update for you. So basically, today's video is just going to be my sum it all up video of the progress that we have on the first LTR 450. So we do have plenty of other machines behind us. Hybrid, Monster, YFZ with the WR 478 in it. This is a big bore 474 LTR that I have to finish putting together, and I want some ideas on that one. This one is a blaster with the CR85 motor in it. It will scream. Raptor 125, Raptor 250, Raptor 125, both of them built pretty well, and my wife's Sportsman. But each one of these has its own channel. Each one of these has a progress and update on it, so I'm not going to talk too much about those. So I just want to show you all the progress that I have on the LTR 450, and I'm going to get that camera flipped. All right, everyone, so here we are with the LTR 450, and we're just taking a look at it. Yeah, there is a little bit of messy things going on here, but overall, we've gotten the whole front end reassembled, and I think it looks absolutely great. So looking from the side, we have the wheels off the other one on, which is what we're going to do. I am going to, I think, sandblast these and powder coat them. It all depends. If it's not such a big deal, I might not. The shocks have been cleaned, powder coated, red. The towers are real good. I got that front bumper powder coated. The frame is painted blue, really close to the OEM color. I mean, it looks really good on there. We have the radiator back in. We have the reservoir and everything. We have the engine sitting back in there with the black powder coat here, and we have the aluminum powder coat there. We have some red done it. We have it cleaned up real nice. One of the things I did see with this machine is the last owner did a swirl filter delete, so that's why we have that filter right there. Some people are hardcore for them. Some people are hardcore against them. I do like the ease of access, being able to change the filter, and this machine has a swirl filter on it. I don't know if it's like an EFI thing, but I have the same kind of filter on my hybrid, and I haven't had a problem with it. So I don't really see such a big deal with it, but swirl filter delete over here. We went ahead and just sat the air box back on there to kind of plug in the hole. So if it does rain today or anything, it's just going to rain in there and it'll fill up to here. And then it'll rain in here and it'll fill up and then it'll just drain out. So that's no big deal. We went ahead and put the exhaust on. All the holes have been closed up, so everything is connected. Those new studs look absolutely great. I might take this off, sandblast this, powder coat it, make it look better, and then change or redo the bolts. I have to put my cable ties and things on here and reconnect my foot brake when that time comes. Alright, so now up here we have the mocked up hand grips, which look good. I mean, these are basically the ones that came off of the quad that's over there, and we just went ahead and left this open, no particular reason. I have the cap powder coated, just need to put the bolts in there and get it all secured. We've got to bleed these front brakes as well. But we went ahead, we do always on our machines, we go ahead and jump that clutch wire. This allows us to start it in any gear, so if I'm in like first gear, second gear or something and I stall for any reason, I can just start it back up without having to worry about shifting into neutral. And then sometimes in your situation, you know, that neutral can be hard to find in some of these machines. That half between first and second, up, down, click, barely moving thing. So that is about where we are with it though. I mean, the handlebars have been powder coated, got all the controls back on, and I think it looks great. Gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with the plastics. I'm probably gonna take the better of the plastics, which are these ones right here. Take these graphics off, clean them up real good, and put some different graphics on. See if I can get it looking pretty good before. But what I'm gonna do is the moment of truth and let you all see what all this wiring is done. Little jump pack right here. Basically, it's just gonna serve as my battery. I'm gonna turn it on. As you saw, the light comes on, run on, and that's it. I mean, the LTR 450 starts, which is good, right? All right. So basically, we just have to work on the rear end, which has been a slight pain in the butt for us. So let's flip the camera around and talk about that and take a look at our parts. Now, if you follow this channel, I do it straight garage style how I'm working on it. It isn't pretty, it isn't ideal, there is crap everywhere, so don't think, oh, it's a mess, he's never gonna get it running. Look at my other quads and you'll see that I do. But let's go ahead and get the camera in here and get it flipped around and take a look. I'll let you know where my problems lie. Now, I told you it is a mess, I'm sorry. So this is where my problem lied here. Was I finally got the swing arm down to just being a swing arm, which I'm going to have to clean it up, sandblast it, powder coat it again. But I had a horrible time getting that bolt out of there that held the linkage on. So I had to use my grinder and my cutoff wheel and get down in here and then cut that bolt off down in there. So the bolt is officially off. It was seized up in there, but this is what it looked like from me pounding on it from the top side. So it wasn't even going to fit through the hole anyways once I got it loose. So I'm going to need a new bolt there. The linkage looks good. It's going to beat that inside part out, which it moves well out of there anyways. I'm just not going to because the bearings still seem fine. The bolt's just seized up in there. So we're either going to go ahead, if I can find a used linkage, that might be the next plan. And then over here, my axle is great. I'm going to clean it up real good, sandblast the ends, and I'm going to powder coat it black so it's going to look nice and fresh. All these other little miscellaneous parts that are going there are also going to be silver. But I can't get this one off. Pounding and beating and pounding and beating. So what I'm going to end up doing is just getting my cutoff wheel and cutting that off, splitting it, and then taking it off and buying a new one. My concern is I put the nut on there, and then I put this in the vise and I hit it 3 or 4 times with my sledgehammer. I started to deform the end, and I don't want to have to buy a new axle over that hub. So I'll cut that off and spend $50 on a used hub before I have to buy a new axle. So that's where I'm at basically now. So hopefully once I get a few more parts in the mail, I'll have this completely done. And those parts should be a hub. Get a new rear hub. I'm going to look about the linkage. If I can find a linkage that has the bolts, that's great, because then I have to find the bolt steel that's going to fit through there. And then the front bolt that goes onto the frame, it was a pain in the butt to get out as well. So if I can find some that are not seized up and there are no issues and they go in and out well, I'll put them, bathe them in anti-seize and then put those back on there, and that'll be ideal. So linkage or linkage kit, hub, carrier bearing, and all those other swing arm bearings are fine. I do need a clutch lever. That's going to be that. I think that's about it. Battery. And once we get that all rolling and we're good to go on that, the LTR should come together finally and be complete and be able to move. But once we get that all done and we get all that together, it is going to be the question of whether or not I'm going to do these rims or I'm just going to clean up the lug nuts. But overall, you let me know what you all think I should do. And thank you for checking out this video, everyone. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe.